That's funny.
Are we good?
What's up, everybody? Make sure you carve out some time soon to stop by the
Good.
Pause.
You guys are still on.
What's up, everybody? Make sure you carve out some time soon to stop by the Doodle Drive-in on East Steeles Corners Road in Cuyahoga Falls. You, your fur baby, and your friends can grab some food and soak up some spins and good conversation up in the fenced-in outdoor dining area. It's super great. The Doodle Drive-in is on a mission to bring people together through food, community, and animals. We had a great time there. It was super duper clean, great open spaces, and Craig Elo even made a new best friend. Everyone, meet Ben Franklin.
Good morning, Facebook, Twitter, X, everyone. It is week 10 of the 2023 Ohio High School football week. I am Mike Vorhies.
Matt Magaw.
It's our season finale.
Tops off, man.
Tops off for week 10.
Yep.
It's go time. Week 10, oh man, has it been an absolute amazing week.
Yeah,
for all of us here
at
the 330 to go high school football show. What a week. And we have the game of the week.
Oh, already there he is, right off the
tonight.
Rip. Did you see the comment? Did you see the comments already?
No. Oh, well, you know what?
There's Richard.
Yeah, Richard's here.
Yep, Richard's
Good
here.
morning, Richard.
Good
How you
to
doing?
See you, Rich.
Anyway,
for tuning in, bud.
the game happens on Saturday at 2 p.m. at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio. And we are talking about the game, the rivalry, the 9-0 Massillon Tigers and the 7-2 Canton McKinley Bulldogs.
I just want to fight Hank now.
I
That's
know
all
you
I
do.
know.
You do. We love Hank.
We need to get like some kind of fundraiser, something like that, little boxing,
Dude,
with like those really oversized ones, because I mean, him and I both have faces for radio.
He said that's Mr. Richard.
Oh,
Bruh.
gosh.
Really? Thanks.
Man, see,
Wow.
we were trying to do something like. Actually, I did this just to honor Mike. Usually, I have
appreciate
a
that,
long
brother.
set of hair that flows down.
Yeah.
Been rocking a mullet for years underneath that hat.
Whoa!
Nope.
Oh,
Bald as the day I came into this world.
You know, we got week 10. So yes, with this being our regular season finale, this is it for the in studio one-on-one with each other.
Yeah,
We're going to
live.
Zoom for the
We're
playoffs.
gonna go to Zoom for the playoffs.
We'll go to Zoom for the playoffs.
Be able
So
to fly through those week to week over some stuff.
Absolutely.
Got some fun stuff planned for that whole idea.
we
don't
do lots of exciting games, league champions to be crowned tonight and tomorrow. Playoff positioning, teams are fighting for it. And unfortunately, there are some seasons that will come to an end either tonight or tomorrow. Like all good things.
Did you look at some of the computer points?
I did. I've got some.
Okay.
And there's some games I know, like tonight, I will be in Fairless for Q92 Sports. Ryan Keller and myself will be doing the Fairless Falcons and the Tuslaw Mustangs. Fairless currently sits in 15th. So obviously the top 16 teams make it. A win tonight for Fairless could move them up a little bit.
Okay.
You don't want to sit 15, 16 because you're going to take on a powerhouse right away. And that, I mean, obviously that's why you play the game.
Yeah.
But I can't remember a 16 beating a 1 in Ohio high school history. I mean, it's probably been a while.
Yeah.
It happens in the NCAA tournament.
God, that wrecked my bracket 2 years ago.
When Virginia lost as a 15 seed. Yes, they were a Final Four team for me. But anyway, nope, we're going to get sidetracked.
Yep, easily.
Make sure you go to the Facebook page, the 330 to Go High School Football Facebook page, and go find the video of Keith Sines. If you don't know what we're talking about, senior from Coventry, he got to rush for a touchdown pregame versus last week in their game against, I don't remember who they played. It just escaped me. Anyway, I'm not crying. I that video, man, I love stuff like that. It gets me every time.
Yeah.
I'm not crying. You are.
I thought the seniors for that class, they did it when, like we had mentioned, in 8th grade.
Yeah, he was in 8th grade.
Wanted to honor it again.
Yeah.
I thought that whole Coventry community came out, did a great job. Obviously, they also talked about him getting to be the honorary referee.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. He got to flip the coin.
See all the autographs over on there?
Yes, he
Thought that was
flipped the
very
coin.
neat, so,
They gave him the football. Like, that was awesome.
Next time, Keith, you got to dive.
We got to, just dive in, have some fun with it.
And ensure it was a touchdown,
Yeah.
Yeah, lock it in.
It was a touchdown.
All right,
Don't take that away.
I'm not. It was.
Anyway, we talked about our game of the week. Let's hop right into our week 9 recap. And boy, oh boy.
Okay.
Right off the rip, we had a game that no one saw coming except for the Glen Oak Golden Eagles. Went to Canton McKinley, and in one word, shocker. They defeat the Bulldogs 7-3. And Glen Oak scored with a minute to go in the game on a 4th and goal.
It was like a corner in the back of the end zone.
No, they hit the tight end, and the tight end leapt for the ball. And
I know, but wasn't it kind of going towards the corner?
Kind of.
He came off and ran like.
And then Glen Oak kicks an onside kick and recovers. McKinley had no timeouts. Couldn't do anything about it. Ball game.
Why do you think they went for the onside?
Because a few weeks ago, I believe it was Green and McKinley. Green had done this pooch kick, and McKinley thought it was going out of bounds, and they stopped. The ball died on like the 25.
Yeah.
Didn't go out of bounds, and McKinley was barely able to get on the ball, or else obviously it's a live ball. Green had a chance at it.
Yeah, as soon as it goes 10.
So
It ain't no
I think
different.
Glen Oak did it because McKinley's offense is very explosive. Not in this game. I mean,
Special
McKinley
teams.
just did not move the ball. Just struggled. I mean, and you wonder if because of who they were playing tomorrow, if that was in the back of their heads. You hope not, but
well, I mean, in all honesty,
you hope not.
you know-
But
yeah, how could anybody just not know what's going to be happening?
Right.
Week out?
So
They've been talking about this week.
Shout
for
out to
10
Glen
weeks.
Oak. That's their 4th Federal League win.
Catapults them up.
Catapults them up in the playoffs.
Who else appreciates that the most? Probably
Lake.
Okay.
We'll talk about Lake as well here in a little bit. Like I said, lots of division crowns up for grabs tonight and tomorrow. So we started with Glen Oak, McKinley. Glen Oak a winner 7-3. Then you go field traveled to Norton. And to borrow a phrase from T-Pain, all they do is win. Norton continues to win. They're now 9-0. All they do is win, no matter what. Isn't that the song?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to do the whole thing.
I don't
but
know if it's T-Pain.
Is that not T-Pain?
I'm pretty sure it's. Is it?
Oh, it's T-Pain.
Is it T-Pain?
Producer says it's T-Pain.
All I do is win, win, win.
No matter what. Yeah, that song. Norton, 41-0. Noah Willing, one of our past feature spotlight athletes, had 3 touchdowns. So again, the Norton Panthers, all they do is win. I'm excited to see them roll into week 10 tonight, get another win, get into the playoffs because they're going to be one of the local teams to beat, Matt.
I know. I need to move on from the T-Pain thing.
Yes, move on. Oh, we're going to skip the next one. That's Aurora and Barberton. There's a reason for it. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Triway at Northwest. Triway ends Northwest Conference Championship hopes. Northwest was in the driver's seat other than Canton South. Obviously, Canton South running away with that division, the Pac-7.
Yeah.
But Northwest could have had a share of the division title.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Triway got him at the very end.
Still kind of sleeping off that CVCA.
I think so.
From that
31-26, the Triway Titans over the Northwest Indians.
Congratulations, Triway.
Nice job. And then our game of the week, Revere defeats Copley 39-22. Zach Oleknowitz, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns. Zach had a fantastic game. Shout out to 3 huge touchdowns. Oh, you got to take that?
No, I don't know what that was.
You got to take that? That never happens.
I know.
That's a phone call right in the middle of the show.
Exactly.
All right.
That's
Hopefully
weird.
all is well. Back to the Aurora Barberton game.
Maybe she was calling to tell me to put my hat on.
She may have. She may have been like, bald is not beautiful, buddy. Put the hat back on.
Gotta represent.
Anyway, Aurora versus Barberton. Aurora wins this game 35-33. But guess what? This game made national headlines. Sports
Didn't
Center
know that till the next day.
Sports Center top 10 top play happened in this game with Dylan Crassy. He makes an acrobatic interception to seal this game. Barberton down the field, throws it into the end zone. He catches the ball, does a backflip, and lands like it looked like he broke his neck, but he didn't. He popped right back up, and Aurora takes the W. Like, absolutely insane. Wow. Aurora lost their star running back in the game. He had 1 carry and scored a touchdown, and then he did something to his leg and left the game. And they rallied around him, and they won this game. I mean, phenomenal high for Aurora. That just unbelievable.
And they've got a monster game this week.
Yes.
We'll
talk about that too. Don't hop into it.
Sorry.
Just yet. I know you're excited.
I am.
You're like amped. I love it.
I'm just going. I'm following the show notes.
You are for the first time in not 10 weeks.
10
10 weeks. My goodness. Matt, why don't you tell us who our athletes? We did 2 this week.
We did 2.
This is our season finale. Let's go out with a bang. We had 2 student athletes still to cover. And who are our 2?
Jaden Grafowitz.
Close.
See, it's like English class all over again.
Producer's
sorry,
looking at us.
Did I go out of
You
order?
did go out of order.
I'm sorry. Owen Feliciano was our first one. So let's pop him back up. I apologize. I did go out of order.
You did. This is why I put things in the
apologize.
notes.
I apologize.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Steve,
what are we doing here?
Producer wants the notes. He doesn't like what you're saying.
Can I see it?
We kind of need the notes off of that, producer.
All right. So Owen's with Walsh.
Owen plays with Walsh. She is a senior wide receiver.
Had a monster game, 2 touchdowns, 118, 6 catches, including a 16-yard march into the end zone. Best game was against Columbus, St. Francis de Sales on September. Is involved with Guys for God. So that's obviously through the school program.
Is that like
Awesome.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes? Is it similar to?
It's
okay.
serious.
That's awesome.
Carios Youth Camp. I'm probably butchering that name as well. And
I don't know what Carios is.
I'm not sure what
I've never heard of it. When I saw it on the notes, I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
not
I don't
quite
want to
sure.
speak to
So
something,
if anybody's
again,
watching, you can
something
chime
he's
in.
affiliated with. And
that's awesome, man.
Those are the things that outside of the football field that you love seeing. And plans to continue his career in college.
That's awesome.
Build
Do
on
it.
that education.
Do it.
That Walsh, he's got a great demeanor.
Okay.
The thing about that I've enjoyed watching him that he stood out to me from the very first game that I saw this year.
Yeah.
At the field, his blocking.
See,
he is such
you
a
love it.
downfield
I love it.
blocker. And he gets in the St. V game that I was at,
right?
He was getting after it.
Okay.
So I mean, we're talking 10, 15 yards down. And see, to me, that just stands.
Coaches love it when
that.
you block, because then it gives them the ability to draw up plays not only for a tailback, but knowing that he's going to have blocking downfield usually helps spring the running back.
Your job, you do your job, and it makes somebody else's job easier.
That's why it's 11 on 11. You got to block your man. So
love
Owen Feliciano from Walsh.
Congrats, young man.
I mean, we have had
Keep up the good work.
phenomenal.
They're rolling in. They'll have
two home play, one tonight
for sure. But
are they at home tonight or are they away?
Well, yeah, they're home tonight.
Home tonight, and then they'll host.
Oh wait, they're away at Padua tonight.
Okay.
So,
and then,
but they'll get 2 home games too.
So. Pause.
You take that.
So, apologies for the technical difficulties there. We had the Jeopardy theme that's normally played for us when we either talk too long or aren't making a point. We're trying to get back on topic.
There's a reason the show's going long today. It's because
it's a little long.
I've obviously thrown off the glare with going bald with Mike next to it.
Mr. Richard back at it again. We now owe Jeopardy $2,500 in royalties.
Jeez, he's on it, man.
Richard, we're talking about anyway. Okay. Let's talk about our second student athlete of the week. It is Jaden Graffuis.
There it is.
Senior linebacker, running back from Cuyahoga Falls High School, number 23.
Yeah, exactly.
He had 17 tackles total on defense against Kent Roosevelt earlier this season. Last year, he had 150 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns against Akron North.
That's a nice game.
And he also enjoys playing basketball with his friends and his girlfriend. He's had a job since he was 15. And he also participates in track.
Let it go.
Love that he's had the job since he was 15.
I love that. And he wants to continue playing football while studying to be an athletic trainer. So that's amazing, Jaden. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone that filled out a player, student athlete highlight. We still got to come up with a better title. I got to figure that out. That's the off season for me. I'll figure it out.
What?
Feature athlete, I guess if I remember to say it, then we'd be good, but I didn't remember it.
That's a crowd participation. Maybe we'll put a poll on it. We could vote on it. We can do a poll on it.
Let's do a poll. But this is, and for Jaden as well, he's the first athlete of the 10 weeks that we've done this where a girlfriend is mentioned. So shout out. He not only is he playing football, he's managing a job, he's managing a relationship. Like, shout out to you, Jaden.
Dude, yeah, the hardest one's
Do
the
it.
relationship, man.
Get it, man. Get it,
The
sir.
job and playing sports is easy.
Yes. So
That's
shout
work.
out
That's
to
work.
Owen Feliciano and Jaden Graffuis. Our week 10 student athletes are feature athlete, if you will.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
again, shout out to all those that took time to fill those out. We greatly appreciate it. It makes our job so much easier. We love highlighting these area kids that are doing it both on and off the field.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep it up. I can't wait to see what we do next year.
I think that we continue. And the best part was I had somebody stop me and say they loved that they didn't know a lot of these student athletes until they heard their names.
That's awesome. And that's great.
That's exactly the purpose of why we started this.
We want people to know who's doing what. I mean, there are names that you're going to hear if you read the paper or you look online and stuff. You're going to know those players. These are players that are kind of,
and we could take those too.
We could. I mean, we'll take whatever.
We'll take whomever.
Send us.
But it's nice.
It's nice to get the
notoriety.
Yeah, exactly.
The kids say now they're roses. Got to give them their roses.
This language, I have no idea. Kids, the way they talk these days, I'm old, man. I don't got it.
Fact.
I don't got it.
Our hairstyle shows that.
Yeah, exactly. Bald is beautiful, baby. I'll take it and run with it. Yeah. Anyway, it is our week.
Say it before Richard did.
Oh, thanks for beating Richard. We appreciate it. Anyway, it is the greatest and longest rivalry in Ohio high school football. 2 storied programs, 2 amazing coaches that we got the opportunity to go 2-on-2 with this week.
Yes.
Hasn't been done that they knew of. Like they've done some live stuff before, but never
doing it like that, huh?
No. And so Coach Antonio Hall of McKinley, Coach Nate Moore of Massillon, huge shout out to them. We appreciate you guys taking the time to talk to us. We could have talked to them all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were amazing.
Actually, hearing their schedule, I think it was in the middle of the interview. I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys actually made time for us.
They made time for us.
Which
I love it.
I mean, there must be something. See, that's what I saw off of that.
Yeah.
Was, Coach Moore was giving nothing but credit to the boosters and everything. But at the same time, you hear it out of both his and Coach Hall's mouth.
Right.
It is a semi-distraction. And they're trying to do their best to keep these athletes focused on this huge game, which has when they start talking about people that are flying in.
Oh, all the celebs that'll be there tomorrow at 2:00. My goodness. Former stars. I mean, Mike Doss is going to be in the building, I've heard. I've heard DeMarcus Robinson, former McKinley grad, will be in attendance, now plays for the Chicago Bears. I did hear some rumblings that a potential Ohio State player, if he wasn't having a game at noon on Saturday, the big Ohio State Penn State game, may be in attendance. But hey, it's going to be great. I'll be there on tomorrow at 2:00.
I may.
My son and I'm really excited. My son and I are actually going to go and
that'll
watch
be a really
the game.
Fun time.
Yes.
See, that's what I would.
I'm introducing him to this rivalry.
Really?
Yes. We talked about it. He was like, Dad, why do you care so much about interviewing these 2 guys? Like, you've done coaches interviews before. And I'm like, son, what you don't understand. When I sent the email to those coaches asking for an interview, I wasn't expecting a response. Knowing how busy they are this week, knowing everything that they've got going on every day, they had something going on. Yeah. The fact that Coach Moore and Coach Hall, we found a time that worked. It like the stars aligned.
I'm glad we also got it early in the week.
Yes, because then
before the chaos really kicked in.
Yes,
because they were like laid back.
Oh,
I really was. I was in awe. Like, how are you so calm and collective?
I mean, Coach Nate Moore is always.
You had me nervous interviewing him.
Coach Nate Moore is always just laid back, except for game day, because then obviously you're dialed in on game day. Coach Hall is the same all the time. We've covered Coach Hall many times with Q92 Sports, and I have developed such a bond with him. Like, it's so much fun to talk to these coaches, not on game day, so they're not stressed about the game. They're more relaxed, they're calm, and the answers were amazing to some of these questions. We didn't ask him. We could have asked him some of the dumbest questions. Oh, so how do you prepare for Maslin? How do you prepare for McKinley? We didn't do that.
We look at their strengths and weaknesses.
You're right.
You're going to get a dull
We dove
answer.
into the rivalry
so.
as a whole.
Yeah.
And they had great responses. Like, I was shocked at how much information we got from those coaches.
I still think Coach Moore has superstitions.
I do too. He didn't say that he had any. I have superstitions. You have. I just
don't think he wanted us to know.
I keep them private, man. So if you go back on the 330 to go high school football page on Facebook, watch the interviews, man. Watch the interview. It was so fun. Mm-hmm. But let's dive into this game because now they actually have to play the game tomorrow.
Which is what
they got to play. They got to play the game.
All the
tomorrow.
Other stuff is for us,
yes,
the fans. This is for the kids.
So
this is the main reason.
They're separated by 8 miles, folks. 8 miles, both located in Stark County. Maslin comes into this game undefeated after winning last week, 41-14 over Warren Harding. The Tigers are loaded. They have a 2-quarterback system with both Dawan Owens and Jalen Slaughter, both having outstanding seasons. They typically do a rotating series.
Dynamic.
So it's one for a series, and then it's another one and it is worked to absolute perfection.
It's thunder and lightning.
It is. It absolutely really is. Dawan Owens as a passer, 50 of 89, 783 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's also the team's leading rusher, 75 times for 780 yards. He is the definition of a dual threat.
Oh,
can run, can throw, but let's not sleep on Jalen Slaughter. 34 of 60, 685, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
The difference is this with these two, and I'll be interested to see because the season for Maslin in their mind is started.
Oh, the season starts now.
I hear a lot of people talk, well, we had 10 preseason games, and
wow.
all on, well, if you think, but I'm just saying you could be a 10, 11, 12 seed.
Yeah.
And you could make a run.
Listen,
because it really is with the expansion of 16 teams. So it's not a put on. That's not a put on anybody who doesn't make the playoffs or the season. Right. But the interesting aspect, I think, for Maslin is going to be Slaughter has the playoff experience.
He does. Daywan's the transfer from Copley.
Did Copley have? I don't think Copley has made the playoffs the last. Well, when he was there.
Didn't they make it last year?
I don't know. I thought they had a.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I could be wrong, but it was probably one in.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
But again, the experience and that Maslin crowd, how it travels. I mean, I saw that Slaughter kid as a freshman against Green.
Yeah.
And he grew up in that game, and I thought he was the more dynamic one that was moving the offense during that game, and they should have kept him in there, and they probably would have beat Green 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very, very interesting.
And so we know Maslin, they're very talented. They're fast. They fly to the ball on defense. These stats like jumped off at the page at me. 19 sacks, 60 tackles for loss, 4 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries. Dorian Pringle and Cody Fair anchor that defense. 19 sacks, folks. 19 in a 10-week season. Not even 10 weeks. That's through 9 games. 19 sacks. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Dorian Pringle is
wish we were good at math.
A running back as well. Well, it's almost not 9 divided by 19 is 2 points something.
Sure.
We'll
Sounds
go
good.
with it. We'll go with it.
Sounds good. We're showing my edumacation again.
We'll do it live.
So the defense has only given up an average of 9 points a game. They've only given up double digits in 4 of their games this year.
Okay, they did lose their first game.
Valdosta, Georgia.
Correct. Said it. Awesome job.
Thank you, sir. Mansfield Senior, St. Ed's, and then Warren Harding last week. He's got the tape out. Look out. Producer's got the tape out. It's on his forehead. I don't know what he's doing there.
I don't.
Copley made the playoffs last year, but lost in their first game. Okay, well, there you go. I said they made the playoffs. They had Dawan last year. He's an incredible talent.
But playoff experience. That
experience.
extended. Getting into the Final Four, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So let's get into McKinley. They come into this game. We talked about it a little earlier. They lost to Glen Oak 7-3 in the final minute.
Okay.
McKinley may not win the Federal League. Lake has a chance tonight. If Lake beats Green,
they get a share.
Ooh. So big game in Green tonight. We'll talk about that. The team is led by senior quarterback Keaton Rohde. He has completed 99 of 161 passes for 1,614. So 1,614 yards, 13 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 5 of those interceptions came in one game.
Wow.
And that was against Green. That game, I know Keaton Rohde wants to forget.
That was
quick.
all it was?
Yeah, 5 interceptions he threw at Green. 1 was returned for a pick 6.
God, that game.
Yeah, Green had a chance to win that game and didn't. Keaton's also the team's second leading rusher. He can hurt you with his arms and his legs. Nino Hill. I can sit here and name their entire team, guys. I've covered them all season.
Yeah.
McKinley is very talented. They've got the Swiss Army knife, Dante McClellan. I did that just for you.
Thank you.
They've got wide receiver safety Keith Quincy. They've got linebacker Shaq Hatcher, Jadis Jackson, Dior Gardner, Kayvon McNeil. This team has speed. They have talent, and they can suffocate your run game. They have had issues with deep balls since their secondary isn't the same as last year. They returned 1 starter, and that's Alex Vasquez, and that's it. So they've been hurt by the deep pass. Producer's laughing, which is going to get me to laugh because I now realize what I said that made him laugh, but we won't repeat it. Anyway.
No, we'll just make it awkward, so everybody goes
exactly.
back.
Everybody's going to go back to
just rewind it.
The St. V education. Richard coming at you, man.
He is. He's really excited.
Somebody's calling my phone. Oh, this is strange. That doesn't happen.
Oh, that's what you do when I call?
I just ignore it.
I
said ignore, and I'll
call you back later.
Yes, we still talk about Green because Lake plays Green tonight, Richard. What are we doing? We talking about practice. What are we doing? Let us do what we do.
Just stir in the pot.
Stir in the pot.
Just always trying to
this
stir the pot.
is going to be a game for the ages. Throw out the records. Buckle up, man. If you have the chance to go down and watch this game live, do it. If not, I'm sure it'll be streamed in more ways than one.
There's a radio station, a couple that are picking it up.
So Q92 will have it. They'll stream it. So if you want to stay home and curl up by the fire because it's supposed to be a little chilly, weather may play a factor. It might rain. So if you want to stay home, you got Q92. You've got other radio stations in the area. I
might just listen to it on the radio.
You might have to. This is going to be an instant classic. I will be in the stands.
Records go out the window.
Oh, it's 0-0. And you heard them both say that in the coaches' interviews that this Saturday is they're 0-0. This is game 1 for them.
The best memory of Coach Moore's was what? 2017.
2017, his second year in the program.
He hit us with the spread too. I was like,
that was a game that, McKinley was highly favored in that game.
He said almost 21-28.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, here's the thing. This is why. How will steady rain affect those games? Okay, easy. You can't throw as well because that wet ball and guys will slip and fall. Listen, you'll run the game more. You'll turn to the run game. But here's the problem. Both Maslin and McKinley have stout run defenses.
I don't know. So unless it's a torrential downpour,
it might be.
If it is, then I'm 100% on board with what you're saying. But if it's just, what he said, steady rain. So I guess if it's steady rain, it's torrential downpour. It definitely does.
It's going to change. It's going to change it. You're constantly changing footballs. The ball's wet here.
These guys have.
They've practiced. I get it.
And then also the ball bags. Those are waterproof.
Exactly.
And it favors the offense. I personally
last year's game was. I know Maslin has. I think they've won the last 4 games, if my memory serves me correctly. The games are always close. McKinley was out of that game early last year, and then they stormed back in the second half and almost won. So doesn't matter what the stats are. Doesn't matter what
the bigger fan base.
It's both. Magaw in his backyard dunking balls in the trash can full of water and zinging it like Uncle Rico. There you go. That's pretty much what he was doing.
Yeah. Do I look like someone who would take that at much initiative? Don't I? That's exactly me. Guilty by charge. Just
guilty.
Always training.
Listen, the game is going to be epic, but there's so many more games. There's so many more games tonight, tomorrow. Let's dive into the week 10 pick'ems here. But first, let's talk about our record, shall we?
Yes.
Matt and I currently lead by 1 game over the fans. Matt and I went 4-1 last week. The fans go 3-2.
Yep.
So we are 32-13. Matt and I, the fans 31-14 on the season. So it all comes down to this.
In contention.
dude.
Nine
It's week
weeks
10.
ago.
I have
8
faked
weeks
it.
ago.
I
You
have
guys are
faked
all-
it for 9 weeks, and now it's time to shine, right?
You're just coming right out. You're just gonna hear.
I'm either going for the win or I'm gonna punt. That's pretty much what it'll be.
Whatever.
Anyway. Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
It is what it is. So week 10, man, there are so many games going on. You've got 6-2 Magaw traveling to 8-0 Rootstown. Both of these teams 3-0 in their division.
Rootstown's really high. Up in the rankings.
Rootstown came out of nowhere, man.
They're high
for
in
me.
the rankings.
They're great, guys. This is going to be a game.
It's a big rivalry.
Magaw is Magaw. They're AKA Titletown Junior, whatever they call themselves, because Massillon has the Titletown moniker, I guess. Title.
Sure.
We'll go with it.
Sure.
Magaw at Rootstown. Matt, who you got? The fans took Magaw.
Fans took Magaw.
The Wildcats, huh? Who you got, Matt?
So you know what's funny
What's
is
that?
every week you splurge your pick out instantaneously. You're
Not this
playing
week.
this week. He's trying
I am
like-
holding the cards very close to my chest this week.
I
I
think
don't
there's-
want you to
there's
figure
two.
out where I'm
there's
going.
two that I think me and you could defer on.
Two, yes,
And
absolutely two.
it's we didn't do this
Well,
on
hold
purpose.
No, just don't worry about that.
No, you pick this one and I'll pick that one first.
I'm taking Rootstown. They're 8-0 for a reason. I will take Rootstown in this one, and I think it is going to be a very good game. I think it's going to be very close. Magaw loves to run the football, and if the weather tonight is what it's supposed to be, then there's going to be a lot of running game tonight for both teams. But Rootstown 8-0, nobody's defeated them yet. Matt, you going to take Magaw?
I'm going to stay with the fans.
You're going to stay with the
I'm gonna
fans.
stay
He
with the
takes
fans. I'm gonna
Magaw.
stay with the fans.
There you go. There's game one of
That's
the
one.
difference.
That's
There's
definitely one. That's
There's
definitely
one.
All right. Next one.
Akron Firestone 5-4 takes on 4-5 Bookdale. Bookdale fighting for playoff seeding at this point.
Yes.
Firestone is in the playoffs. Will Bookdale get the win? This game is at Bookdale. Both
Fans.
teams are 3-1 in the division.
Myself and the fans are thinking the same way.
Are you going 10-40?
We're going 10-4.
I gotta go 10-40 as well.
Okay.
I think that
Across the board.
that Firestone has a great squad, but I think with Bookdale fighting for playoff positioning, this game is at home for Bookdale. I think the fans show up for 10-40, and 10-40 gets the dub.
It's going to be. Ooh, this next one.
This next one's going to be the one. I think this was one of the ones I thought we'd differ on. 7-2 Lake travels to 6-3 Green.
Okay.
If Lake wins,
They're
they're co-champs.
co-champs.
With no, I don't believe so. Stand by. I don't.
Uh-oh.
I think Lake can run away with this one. Hold on.
Wow.
Let me.
We probably should have knew this before we.
Let's go. No, keep
Oh,
talking. Just
we're
keep
gonna-
talking.
we're gonna
I'm
stay on
not
that.
paying royalties, any more royalties.
No
so
more. We're going to Sizzler.
we're not going to Sizzler. They don't even exist. Stop it.
What I'll say is, what makes me know this is going to be a good game is it's at Green.
Mhm.
Okay. It's been like this before last year. They remember when they got last year.
Yeah, Green and
went to Lake, and it was a rough game.
right.
I think that's fresh in those players' minds. Green's a totally different team than they were at the end of last year, and I think even middle of this, after they started off 3-0, and then they dropped a few, but then they've fought back and they've picked up some wins that I don't think necessarily anybody outside of Green thought they were going to win a couple of those.
Right.
So with that being said, it's at Green. It's a lot of importance of this. This is also for their seeding too.
So
They
McKinley-
could shoot Green up. I think.
McKinley has no more Federal League opponents. So
No.
they finished 5-1 in the league.
Okay.
That's Lake's record as well. So if Lake wins, that makes Lake 6-1. McKinley is 5-1. Lake gets the Federal League by one game if
So
they win.
that pushes even more.
It's.
I'm going to take Lake.
I'm taking Lake. I'm not saying anything against Green. They're on their third quarterback this year. Tyson Hunka has
He's
looked the
played
part
well. He's played
as a
well.
sophomore.
He's
He
played
has
well.
looked the part. Looks
Yes.
really, really good.
Um,
And I think that Green's going to give him a fight,
oh,
but
so.
I think Lake's going to get this one done. Watch, I'm
Not
going to
gonna
give
be
you
shocked.
a name. I'm
Not-
going to give you a name. Nathan Baker.
we talked about him last year.
Nathan Baker. former wide receiver turned running back for Lake, and he is phenomenal.
Shifty.
He's so fast.
So fast.
He's got great hands out of the backfield
He
as well.
actually had
and-
a really big game against him last year.
Yeah.
Really big. Couple
So
of receptions.
the fans took Lake. We all
record.
took Lake. Table of 3. Now on to
Aurora.
8-1 Aurora and 8-1 Highland.
I think these by far are our best pickups this year.
6-0 in the division for Highland and Aurora. Aurora coming off the stellar win at Barberton last week.
Okay.
Took an interception in the closing seconds to seal it for Aurora. Highland lost their opening game against Hudson and then has been on a run. I'm taking Highland at home.
Yes. That's for 3.
Highland at home, table of 3. That was the one I thought maybe, just maybe, you'd go Aurora.
No.
Not even, didn't even
No.
ponder it.
No,
Okay.
No. I knew I was going that way. The one, the Lake Green,
Mhm.
I was back and forth on that one in the model.
Listen, Coach Geis has done a great job with Green,
Mhm.
and they have a chance to play spoiler tonight at home.
He's getting good quarterback play out of a sophomore.
He is, and
Yeah,
then
That's
it
all you
is.
can ask for.
We got honorable mentions to get through, but let's talk about the game of the week. 9-0 Massillon, traveling to 7-2 McKinley. Fans took Massillon.
Matt took Massillon.
Mike is taking Massillon as well. Until Massillon shows a weakness, I will not pick against Massillon. They have rolled. The only tough game they've played
You'll
is
be put on the spot
Valdosta
when we have our high
and
school
St. Ed's.
when we do our playoff show. You'll be put on the spot
I
'cause
like
you're gonna have to
Massillon.
pick it.
I
You
like
kidding me?
Massillon a lot. I really do. They are in this usually
collision
towards the end
course
with Hoban.
Yep,
Yeah, it's
collision.
coming.
And no Toledo Central Catholic,
Really?
which we'll talk about during the show.
All right.
Which is
see?
outside of our 3-3.
A little
I know.
tease. I like it.
I like that.
Honorable mentions. Barberton at Cuyahoga Falls. The fans took Barberton.
Barberton.
I'll take Barberton.
Represent.
CVCA Manchester.
I'll take CVCA.
I'll stay with you.
Jackson at Hoover. This is playoff implications, folks.
Jackson.
I think Jackson is trying to find itself. Hoover without Carson Derlin. If Carson Derlin, their dynamic quarterback, does not
That's-
play, that is the variable.
I watched them against Green last week.
Hoover looks good when Derlin's in. If Derlin is in and
There was a
calling the
lot.
shots,
Green made some mistakes and allowed, North Canton to score.
I'm
I
going to
thought
go
that.
Hoover just
I'll
because.
take Jackson.
Okay, we'll split there.
Walsh, Padua. Walsh.
I don't know anything about Padua, so we'll go Walsh.
Hey, there we go. East Ellet.
And if East wins, they win the City Series outright.
Yeah.
The East Dragons looking to do big things, so I will go with East in that game.
New Philly and Dover.
So this is the second longest rival, or I'm sorry, it's the third oldest rivalry in the state. This began to 1905, just about when you were born, Matt. Right about that. So
Aged quite
6-3 New Philly at 5-4 Dover. I got New Philly. I'll take the Quakers here.
You know, we used to take my kids down to that New Philly park,
Okay.
Tuscarora Park.
Yeah.
I'll roll with New Philly.
He's going with New Philly. All right.
Yeah.
Canton
South.
South, the undefeated season continues. 9-0, 6-0 in the division. They'll take on the 5-4, 4-2 Northwest Indians.
Stay with them.
Can Canton South go 10-0 for the first time in school history?
Yes.
Poochie Snyder is that man. I watched him last week dissect Tuslaw.
Touche hotkey. Cold blooded.
He is ice cold, man. He
Good.
is a
He is
he's a baller. There's no doubt. Canton South goes 10-0. I can't wait to congratulate Coach Dennison and their team. Check out the interview with Coach Dennison from last week's Q92 Sports Game.
Nice little plug.
Yeah, it's always
Wow.
Coach Dennison always gives
Bring it right
good
back.
content. I love it. Great coach. Canton South 10-0. And then St. Ed's and Hoban. This is why Richard's on, because we knew we were going to talk about this.
That's why we should have just waited to the very last second.
8-1 St. Ed's travels to 8-0 Hoban. St. Ed's' only loss this year was a 2-point loss to Massillon.
With some players out.
And St. Ed's had their backup quarterback that game.
Exactly. That's
So,
why I said players.
We know Hank's going to take St. Ed's.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah. We should have just painted these gold.
Oh, the gold
we'd have
domes.
just did
We should
gold
have. Oh,
domes.
we should have. We
Oh.
dropped the ball on that
We
one.
could have. We could have been like Corso and
Could have put on a
could have put
mascot
on
hat.
a big old golden
Oh,
dome.
he responds. Hoban rolls, he says. I don't think so.
We'll see
I think
rules.
this game is going to be close. Let's be honest here. Hoban had a great game in Buffalo last week.
Oh, I mean,
That was a good game.
it's close. It's tough to drive up anywhere, for these kids.
To play on the road is
it's not
different.
college yet, but they've got experience of playing out of state teams.
8-1 saying, so Hank says 31-14.
31-14.
Wow. I don't know, man. I don't agree with that at all.
I'll take Eds.
You're going to take Eds?
Yeah.
You're going to take Eds?
Yeah.
I'll take Hoban.
You're going to see a trend happen.
I'm going to take Hoban. I think I agree with Hank that Hoban wins, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't.
31-14.
That's a blowout. That's not close.
That's a statement. Well,
Hoban's getting ready to go into everybody's.
Hoban did do statement. I mean, a statement against Walsh.
Says refer to the Walsh game.
Oh, there it is.
Thanks.
See,
Thanks,
actually, I already did. See, you know what's funny is he made that comment, but I was already making it. So,
we'll do it live.
Unnecessary shots.
Do it live.
Unnecessary shots.
You guys love each other and you do it all the time just because.
If love is an acronym for dislike, yes, I love.
Oh my goodness, I love it. So Hoban over St. Ed's. So Matt takes St. Ed's. I'll take Hoban. Man, oh man. So before we sign off, guys, it's been 10 weeks. It's been an amazing 10 weeks of doing this. I'm going to thank you, my co-host.
Yeah, man, it's a ton of fun.
We have had an absolute blast doing this every week, and we will continue for those joining us.
And with a hat.
No.
What a jerk.
Hank, go outside. Do something.
Boom. God.
Go outside.
Just living the dream.
Go give me a tour of another roundabout somewhere.
Sorry,
Come on.
I don't have your luscious hair that you get styled out at Best Cuts.
I love it. So I want to thank you, Matt. We've had an amazing season. For those that are just joining us, we will do Zoom. So Matt and I will still do a show. It'll still post.
Mm-hmm.
We'll still give you guys some playoff content. We'll recap week 10 early next week, and then we will give you our playoff preview. We're going to do an NCAA type bracket where we just go through the divisions and regions, and we're going to pick a winner.
We're going to come up with some stuff with polls.
Yeah, we'll
be able to keep
we want the fans
The fans were like, got to give a huge shout out this week. Our poll for this
fans,
last week,
you guys have been amazing. You
we
guys
usually-
showed up and showed out this week.
usually get like 400 to 500 participating votes, and like you guys doubled, almost tripled it this past
amazing.
week, which was amazing. I was enamored.
Here's my tease for next season for those that return.
Oh,
we're gonna have the fans. We're gonna have the fans pick not one game, but 2 next year. They'll tell us where we're going for the game of the week and our pick'em games. We're gonna let them do this. I enjoyed the fan interaction.
What is it? We should have probably talked about this.
No, 2 games.
Are we doing this? Are we like
our contracts?
On?
Our contracts have been renewed. We'll be back
contracts?
next year. Yeah, I do. I don't know about you.
What is going on here?
My contract was renewed for next year. We're back in 2024.
Shenanigans.
So we'll let the fans pick not 1 but 2 games. I think you guys did an outstanding job.
Thank you.
The fans have so much. You didn't do anything. Fans did it. So also we need to thank a few people. We got to include our amazing sponsors, guys. If it weren't for our 4 amazing sponsors, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to do what we do and do it to the way that we do it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No way, shape, or form.
So in no particular order, guys, Burn Boot Camp out of Stow, Ohio. Burn Boot Camp out of Fairlawn, Clutch Lanes and Sports Center in Cuyahoga Falls, and the Doodle Drive-in from Cuyahoga Falls. Thanks to y'all. Like, we really appreciate it. Go support your local businesses. I can't say that enough. Small business, man. Go support them.
Absolutely.
And then you want to read that last one? I think you should read that last one.
Oh yeah, dude.
You got to do that. I'm
going to give a shout out for our producer, Moon Man.
I'm going to give. Should I give him? I can't give him a standing ovation. I'll go out of camera, but
the guy has put up with us
Moon
all
Man.
year long. Day in, day out, when we have these shows, he's not just the 30 to 45 minutes that we're on.
Heck no, man. He does
doing
the reels.
all these things during
helping
the
us
week.
all. Yep, behind the scenes.
He fields your phone calls, my phone calls. He
Yep.
listens to me come up with ideas that we never.
Oh my, he doesn't hate. So here's the thing. If anybody knows Moon Man hates the spotlight. He hates when people try to give him credit because he's really good at what he does.
Yes.
So Moon Man, I appreciate you. I love you, bro. We've been up and down the road for a long time together.
We'll do it live.
You're one of the best, if not the best in what you do. And then there's another one, Mrs. Moon Man.
Mrs. Moon Man.
She
put up with a lot too.
this
even
is,
more.
This was her the high school football show was her idea when, and it slowly integrated. Moonman got involved. You and I got involved, and it has blown up.
I think she had different choices, and Moonman,
hosts,
and
yeah,
Moonman
she
had
did.
to talk her into it.
Moonman's like, we need these guys.
Now
And
we're
she's like,
stuck in-
I think we need to.
Apparently, you have contracts, and I get paid in Skittles.
That's fine. Skittles
Which
are amazing.
I would like to know where my damn Skittles
Exactly.
are. Because
You
I
want
haven't-
all the red ones?
Yes.
All
You
the
know
red ones.
what? I want all the green ones. I want you to personally pick them all out. I want green, red, yellow, and different dishes.
So, guys, I can't say it enough. We love y'all. The fans, thank you guys so much. Again, look tonight, 7:00. Let us know where you are, what games you're watching. If you're going to games on Saturday, let us know too. Post on the group page. Like, we want to know where you're at. Send us photos. Who's all going to the Massillon McKinley game? I know there's other games going on Saturday. I think City Series has a couple of games. Most of them are tonight.
And you're at Tuslaw.
I am I'm at Fairless tonight. Fairless for Tuslaw at Fairless.
Okay.
Yeah. What about Mrs. M and Mrs. V? Listen to that. We should probably thank our spouses. I agree.
Yes. Yes.
Let's
100%.
thank our spouses. They allow us to come and do this every week.
Well,
And
I think we've thanked every person who's ever viewed our show. That's
exactly.
usually
We've done it. Yes. Like, share, join, comment, participate, enunciate, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Do
Just
it.
be a part of it.
Guys, we have had an
part of it.
absolute blast. This has been phenomenal 10 weeks. Tonight, join us for our post-game show. We'll do that tonight.
We do get to do
We'll
that.
do that tonight.
All right.
Join live on Facebook if you don't mind staring at our ugly faces one more time and listen to us ramble for 20 or 30 minutes. And then it'll be the big game tomorrow. So can't wait. Again, if you have the ability, I'm going to help Q92 here a little bit. Q92 Sports, Shula's down in Canton. They're doing a pregame show from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So Shula's there at Hall of Fame Village, just outside Tom Benson. Go join Keller from Q92 and John Bozica and Christian Bigglesworth for a little pregame show. They've got guests. They've got fun, excitement. And then the big game is at 2:00. Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Massillon McKinley. Where you at, folks? Cannot wait.
Post your stuff there. Go
Post
on.
it.
Scores are found on 330 to go's page.
Yep.
As we just had dropped in there.
Yeah.
So please let's hike those scores up on there and enjoy a fun Friday night.
If Jaden's girlfriend gets a shout out. Dot. Well, we may have fumbled that one, but it's all good. We gave our spouses a shout out. Better late than never.
Oh,
It's the thought that counts.
that's what you meant.
That's
Oh,
what you meant.
See,
Signing off one last time for the regular season. Thank you guys so much again. We appreciate you all. Enjoy your Fridays. Let's play some football.
have a good one.
See you later.